looking like Teofimo Lopez. He is itching for a fight with Jaron Ennis. That's what it appears. That's happening. It looks like he wants to fight. But if he's serious about this fight with Boots, man, like, you got to question, like, what's the motive? You know, you got people talking about, you know, he only want to fight Boots because it's a money grab and stuff like that. And y'all know how I feel about that. What fight ain't a money grab? You know, it's a money grab. It's a money grab. If the bigot decides to go up in like a welterweight and fight Boots, salute to him for that. Because, you know, he been talking a lot of big shit lately. He been, a lot of bigoted shit coming out of his mouth lately. You know, disrespecting Terrence Crawford. I'd like to see it. I want to see Boots beat that ass. You know, he can get revenge through Crawford can get some revenge through Boots. Have Boots beat up on Teo, because Teo is not going to beat Boots. He goes up, he's getting stopped badly. That's my prediction. If that fight ever does come to a thing, my prediction is Jaron Ennis by brutal KO. I get that fight maybe 5-6 rounds, man. He gonna punish him to the body and stop him. That's what's gonna happen to Teofimo if he decides to step in the ring with Boots. But I don't want to see it now, man. I mean, they both got unfinished business, man. Boots still got undisputed to go after at 147, which is probably going to take a little long because, you know, Boots now, he has the WBA belt, I believe. No, I'm sorry, he already had that. I think Boots has the what's the belt? What's the belt that Standing Jonas had? Yeah. Boots now has the IBF and the WBA. So he beat Standing Jonas for the WBA belt. So now he's 2 times now. You know, he's unified. So next up on that bus next in line should be Brian Norman Jr. or Mario Barrios. But Barrios is about to fight Pacquiao. Oh man, stay tuned for that prediction. That's crazy. But yeah, he's about to fight Pacquiao. So the only other fight will be Brian Norman Jr. We already saw what happened before with him and Brian Norman, the money thing. You know, everybody was saying Boots was ducking. Everybody was saying Barrios was ducking. You know, it was just one of those things, you know. But all in all, it'll take a while for that fight to materialize too. There's always that possibility that Boots might not even become undisputed at welterweight. Then, you know, he would have to move up, man. And then what, you know? And I also think Teo wants to fight Boots because I think, you know, he got some other dudes down there. I don't get it, man. Like you worrying about Boots, which I listen, I get it. But bro, why you ain't trying to be undisputed in your weight class, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got Gary Antoine Russell right there. You got Richardson Hitchens. Who's the other belt holder at 140, man? Is it Puello, right? You got Puello. So, like, what's up, man? Like handle your business at junior welterweight first, man. You know, you Boots in them. You know, I don't know, man. I hate when the fighters, like, you know, even with Bud, I wanted Bud to finish, you know, go for undisputed at 154, but Bud is a little different. Bud has already accomplished a whole lot, man. You know, if he wanted to go for that big fight with Canelo, I don't blame him for it. You know what I mean? He want to close out his career like that. He's done enough, man. Teofimo ain't done nothing. You know what I mean? So go ahead and get undisputed. You never was undisputed. You was fake undisputed at 135. We already know how that goes. We know you wasn't really undisputed. Devin Haney was. But you was fake undisputed. You was calling yourself undisputed. No, you wasn't. You know, so now show your skill set. You at 140, you got a belt. Okay? He just know. I think he want to fight Boots as well because, yeah, it's for the money. And he also realized he go up there and get smoked by Jaron Ennis, it ain't gonna look bad on him. Everybody gonna be like, well, at least he was a warrior. He went up and fought a bigger dude and everything. So he goes up there and get iced for a nice size check. It ain't gonna look bad, you know. He get beat the fuck up at his weight class. You know, everybody gonna say, you know, but you know me, I wouldn't do that. I mean, like, yo, bro, he fights. He fights like a warrior. If he fights for his, you know, he fights to defend his belts. And if he goes for the champions at 140 and get beat, so what? You know, I just think he's chasing a bigger bag. This is where he's thinking, but my man, you ain't first of all, your stock ain't that good yet to be chasing after them big bags yet, my guy. Plus, you fucking up your brand by the racist, the bigoted shit you be talking about. So, yeah, you know what I mean? And you going to get your block knocked off going up there to fight Boots. And I hope that's what happens later on. Let Boots handle his smoke, and you take care of your smoke. Then I want to see you get your ass beat for sure. But anyway, let me know what you think, man, about this, about Teofimo potentially trying to line up smoke with Jaron Boots Ennis. He hasn't responded yet, but we'll see what happens. But this is Rebel Like Boxing. Thanks for listening. Y'all know what it is. I'll catch y'all in the next one.